Success is not the key for your happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. A very good evening to everyone. It's a great pleasure for me to welcome all of you. Thank you for making the time to watch our fifth day of online international faculty development program on New Epoch in Software Learning, organized by PG and Research Department of Mathematics, Holy Cross College Autonomous, Trichy, Tamil Nadu. Before to start our today's session, let us bow our heads and put ourselves in the holiness of God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Dear Almighty and ever loving God, we glorify and thank your name. May we humbly ask you to shower our speaker today of your greatest inspiration so that he may share the most of his knowledge in the respective topic. May we also observe the invaluable knowledge, experiences, and put it into practice what we may learn today. Your infinite blessing would mean the success of this FDP. We pray that you bless our institution, our department, and all our participants. We ask this in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen. The next one is what we call as introduction of our resource person. It is a wonderful moment for us to have lecturer Dr. Tariq Hussain Sheikh with us today for our FDP. Over to welcome address. It's my great pleasure to welcome our beloved HOD ma'am, Dr. W. Rita, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of Mathematics, who motivated and guided us for the successful leading of this FDP series. Welcome, ma'am. I wholeheartedly welcome all the faculty of the Department of Mathematics and the Department of Computer Science, Holy Cross College, and faculty from other institutions. Immensely, I am glad to welcome and introduce our resource person of today's session. Dr. Tariq Hussain Sheikh, lecturer in the Department of Computer Science and Application, Government Degree College, Poonch, Jammu and Kashmir, having more than 10 years of teaching experience. He is a master in all the computer related subjects like C, C++, VB, Java, and so on. He is a very good contributor, presenter, and participant of various research programs. He has completed BSc, PGDCA, ADCA, MCA, Diploma, and PhD in Computer Science. He is rendering his services towards guiding the UG, PG, and PhD students in the discipline of Computer Science. He is an IEEE member. He has published a lot of research papers in national and international journals and books all over the world. He has attended many conferences and workshops. His expertise is revealed by his various invited talks and lectures. He is bagged with a lot of awards, medals, and patents. In fact, he is an apt person for gracing today's session. We welcome you, sir. Lastly, I welcome each and every one of you gathered here. I believe today is going to be a good day for all of us because we are eagerly waiting for this session in order to enrich our insight and knowledge in today's topic, Python, its application, a case study. With that excitement, let me hand over the session to Dr. Tariq Hussain Sheikh, lecturer in Computer Science and Applications, Government Degree College, Poonch, Jammu and Kashmir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Priya.
Thank you, sir.
Darshani, thank you very much for using such a kind word for me and introducing myself. Uh, First of all, I congratulate the principal, Dr. Christina Bridget, Holy Cross College, Dr. W. Ritha, Head and Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of Mathematics, co-conveners, Dr. Antino Vinoli, Dr. Mary Priya, Dr. Lima Miriam, for organizing such a type of a event of uh, 5 days online international faculty development program on new epoch in software learning. This particular topic is very much important in today's field and finds very much applications and their uses in real-time basis. So I congratulate from my core of the heart. Secondly, I am highly thankful to the worthy principal of the Holy Cross College, to the convener, to the co-conveners, especially Dr. Priya, for giving me this opportunity to have a talk on this particular type of a topic. Thank you very much. Let me share my PPT.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I hope my PPT is visible to you.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, okay, fine. So today is very good day. We are discussing that I am discussing my topic, that is Python and its application, a case study. I categorize this particular type of a topic in a three categorization. One is the brief introduction of the Python, and the second is the application area wherever the Python has been used in versatile fields, and the third is the case study. In the case study, I will also discuss my granted patent that has been granted from by Australian government, and we have together with my associates use this particular type of a language in order to make feasible that particular type of a project. First of all, let me introduce what is Python. Python, briefly described as a very powerful object-oriented programming language as comparable to different types of languages, just like Java and C hash. It uses in elegant syntax. It makes the language very easy to write. It comes with a large standard library functions, which is very helpful for regular expressions, reading and modifying the files. It can be compatible to run this particular type of language, that is Python, in Mac OS, Windows, Linux, Unix. Then it is a free language that has been used. That is, it does not cost a single penny. And second, it can be freely modified and redistributed. Let me discuss some of the features of the Python. It has a variety of basic data types available in the form of the numbers, strings, lists, dictionaries. It can support the classes and multiple inheritance of the object-oriented programming languages. We can group the codes into various types of modules and packages. And modules can be made in the C or C++ or any other type of a programming language. The most important feature of the Python is that we cannot write any type of a function, malloc or free, just like we can use in the C or C program, C++ programming language. It is an automatic memory management. That is, it can freeze us from manually allocated and your code from your memory, from our memory of the computer system. If we move towards the history of the Python, it would have started from the ABC, an American broadcasting company. That particular language is general purpose programming language and have a confined type of a programming environment which had been developed in the Netherlands, Amsterdam, and Centrum Wiskunde and Informatica. The greatest thing in the history of the Python is that the ABC has influenced the design of the Python. In 1918, Guido van Rossum worked in some project of Centrum Wiskunde and Informatica that is called as Amoeba. During that particular type of a time, he developed this particular type of a language. This is the particular person, Guido van Rossum, the inventor of the Python. Most commonly, what people think it is the name has been derived from a particular snake, that is Python. But in the true sense, this does not happen. The word has been derived from Monty Python Flying Circus. This particular type of a play from which this particular Python name has been derived. On the basis of the compiler execution, we clearly see in the case of the C, we have a variables that can derive and that can strike to the values that has been provided. But in the case of the Python, we can move with the help of your addresses to the different values. In the case of Python, it is very simple one, and on the case of the simplicity, it is also very much efficient as compared to different type of programming language, so that this particular language is commonly and trendingly used in different types of fields, in variety of fields and versatile fields that has been used in real-time learning purposes in today's era. This particular language can be used, using in the Google, in the Facebook, in the Yahoo, NASA, YouTube, Dropbox, Quora, and Mozilla. In the Google, it is a particular search engine, and this particular language can provide just to search the different types of apps that has been shown, and by searching the particular applications and the particular type of connotations has been displayed. In the case of Facebook, the automatic engine can be designed, the server can be designed by making use of what we call is this particular type of a most powerful language, that is the Python one. Similarly, in the case of Yahoo, we know that it is a social engineering website. So we can email, we can use the messenger while making use of the Yahoo, and this particular Python language has been used for different applications area, not only in the Yahoo, in the NASA, in the YouTube for searching the videos, in the YouTube for creation of the videos, in the YouTube for animation purposes and different structures. Similarly, in the case of the Dropbox, Quora, and Mozilla Firefox. This is the simple code for representing the concept of hello world. On comparison basis, we see C++ have near about 7 line of code for displaying the hello world. In the case of the Java, we have 3 or 4 line of code for representing, for generating the output as a hello world. But in the case of the Python, we simply write a single line of code. This finds the applications of the Python in different areas, and this particular language, that is programming language, is much more powerful for using the different types of applications and different versions and different varieties of real-time versions of applications. So let me discuss the different applications area of the Python. The Python has been used in web and internet development. The frameworks such as Django and micro frameworks such as Flux has been used in order to develop the web applications and internet applications. We find this particular type of applications for creating the internet protocols like HTML, XML, email processing, which can find and use this particular language for creating different types of website and for processing this particular type of a email for sharing their documents and messaging and the social engineering thinkings. Similarly, we can develop by making use of the Python the different libraries. As different libraries, which is very much powerful of hypertext transfer protocol, and the another is hypertext markup language, the parsers that has been developed by means of this particular type of a Python language. As discussed earlier, Python provides a powerful and the power behind the most popular search engine that is nothing but to be called as a Google. The programming language can handle the traffic, the computing needs of the search engines and is connected with the different type of apps. This particular language find their applications in the scientific and numeric fields, just like CP, a collection of packages of mathematics, science, and engineering, Raspberry Pi used for design robots, Pandas for data analysis and modeling the libraries. It can also find their applications in the creation of desktop graphical user interface, that is TK-GUI library, and Kiwi for writing multi-touch applications. This is the example, a robotics that has been controlled by the Wi-Fi communications, the brain that has been used, and the software that has been used. Here, the coding is all over developed by the Python and the Raspberry Pi. Similarly, this is the example that the graphical user interface, a desktop application that has been used to develop, the Python language has been used to develop what we call is the modules just like tkinter and PyQt. Another applications of the Python is the web crawler using libraries like Beautiful Soup, and web development using libraries like Django that I already discussed. Similarly, the data structure and algorithms that is using the different libraries for plugging to library development. It finds its applications in the data science, got some knowledge of the machine learning and artificial intelligence, developing different types of algorithms and developing algorithms to predict and to process, to analyze the machine learning topics and machine learning data, which can be practically used for different purposes. I will discuss the machine learning later on. Similarly, I already discussed in order to develop different types of protocols like simple mail transfer protocol, file transfer protocol, hypertext transfer protocols. This particular language can be efficiently used for developing these type of protocols. As we know that this particular language has high performance and simplicity for writing the code. In the case of the Python, is very much easy as compared to any other type of a programming language, and for writing this particular code is very simple and very brief. That is why this particular language can be used more emphatically in the case of developing these type of protocols. Similarly, the Python found their applications in the case of the cryptography, that is how we can make secure our messages, our attachments, our various types of things that has been attached by the mail and attached by your WhatsApp or social engineering website. Similarly, it can decrypt that particular type of applications like RSA, RC4, and DES can be used to develop by means of the Python languages. Now, another important topic where I find the applications of the Python is computer vision. Through computer vision, so we know that we can identify the pupils. We can detect the pupils by means use of this particular type of applications of the Python. We can detect the diseases, different diseases of a particular person. We can detect the different diseases of a particular plants. If we early detect the diseases in the animal as well as the plants, we can remove that particular type of we can prevent and cure that particular type of a disease from a particular person as well as the diseased plant. So we have interesting thing in order to detect the face, in order to detect the color, in order to detect the behavior of a particular person. We can use various types of application of the Python, and by one application is OpenCV. With Python, we can detect these type of things. Yeah, this is machine learning. We know that what is machine learning can be used to do cool things such as predicting stocks. Prediction by making use of the different data, by making use of the Python language is most common applications of this Python language. And we can predict the stocks, we can identify the fingerprints, we can detect the spam. We have a modules, that is Python has the modules like skip, learn, thermo, TensorFlow in order to support these type of machine learning algorithms, and in order to develop how to predict the stocks, how to predict the business, how to predict any other type of a disease also by making use of these type of applications. Yes, in the case of artificial intelligence, we know that artificial intelligence, that means the brain power, researchers are finding their applications and working hard to develop the machine just like a human being, and Python find their applications, and the software that particularly be developed by means of the Python find their application for designing that particular features. That is simple AI and easy AI. Similarly, the Pygame, a game that has been more popular, Pixelman, Too Many Toppers, has been used and developed by means of the Python programming language. This is example of the Pygame, a video game being developed by using Pygame. This is the old data that is about July 2014. Here, it has been shown that number of top 39 US computer science department that use each language to teach introductory courses. I am quite happy to tell you about that. In my college, recently, Python programming language has been used in 6th semester, BCA 6th semester. And thereafter, I am also busy in designing that particular type of a book. So most commonly, we have seen from this data, Python has been used most commonly and the least, and thereafter the Java, MATLAB, C, C++, Scheme, and Scratch has been used most popularly and most commonly. And during these days, during this digital era, Python is a trending programming language that has found their applications in different types of fields. So some interesting applications of what we call as the Python is a great fan of TV series or anime. Python can download these type of applications automatically. or a cricket lover need score updates. Python deliver that particular using the software that has been developed by means of the Python can deliver that quickly and freely. So we find their application for the massive collection of folders. Python can arrange it accordingly, get news updates, and got many movies to search by making use of IMDb ratings by Python find their applications. We can design making use of this particular type of a Python a wallpaper. A single line of the code can be created for creations of a file server that is has been shown there. Another most important thing of the we can say the Python is the applications of the Python is the automatically post feed on the Facebook. This particular application, whenever we can design by making use of the Python, it can automatically give the answers. If we browse different types of colleges websites, our university website, we find their automatic answers and automatic feedbacks. That particular type of applications is also designed by making use of what we call as Python. Let me discuss a case study on Python programming language. For that particular purpose, I have to share another PPT. I hope my PPT is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible, but the font size is very small, sir. It's looking very small. Can you present in full screen mode, sir?
Okay. Yeah. Is it visible now?
Visible, sir, visible.
Okay, fine. In the case of case study, I will discuss my patent that has been granted from Australian office. Me and my associate had worked in this particular topic, that is a novel long-range IoT-based automatic dispenser system for heavy water line flow control. We have designed a Python software with my associates. Firstly, we have observed the main problems, the social cause for the society. On the basis of that, we have resolved and created a particular logical model. On the basis of logical model, we designed this particular type of a project that has already granted patent, innovation patent from the Australian Patent Office. Let me briefly discuss the what is this particular type of a project is a novel long-range IoT-based automatic dispenser system for heavy water line flow control. Due to the huge population in our country, and most of the 28 major cities, people from 20 cities are getting very less amount of water due to the improper management of the water distributions. So how we can generate a thing? The problem is there is unequal distributions of water system in the 20 cities, and the resolution is how can we develop a particular project such that the equal distribution of water can be flowed in different cities, such that the scarcities of the water can be reduced. This is the flow chart that has been used to design a particular type of a model. We can power on to all the components, open the smartphone app. The app has been designed by making use of the Python language. There find the application and the case studies of the Python in this particular model. That has been connected it with the ESP32 processor through Wi-Fi. And ESP32 processor can be developed was developed by making use of IoT technology, that is sensor based. That is also we used the Python language. This particular type of smartphone can send signals from the sender LoRa to the receiving LoRa, and from the receiving end LoRa sends the signals to the ESP32. It can connect with the relay which is further connected with the actuator, and status and the control action of the actuator sending to the mobile applications, which has been developed by making use of the Python language, and the signals has been distributed, and the equal distribution of water has been distributed such that the scarcity of the water has been reduced. This is the different area, the problematic area where the baseline water stress is there. The dark feature, that is red color, is extremely high, more than 80%. Less dark, that is red color, is less high. Medium to the high, low to the medium, low, arid and low water. This particular thing has been explained in this area. That means Andaman and Nicobar Island have total household capacity is 10.50. And in the West Bengal, we have total household capacity of 1.31. Besides, there are different types of household connections and different types of thinkings. So, in order to resolve that particular type of a problem, that is scarcity of water, which is due to not because lack of the water, but because the unequal distribution of the water. That particular thing has been resolved by working principle of novel range, maximum 10 to 12 kilometer of IoT based automatic dispenser system has been used for heavy water line flow control. That has been block diagram has been shown there. Earlier I have shown that particular flow chart. Before giving the power supply, it can check all the circuit components that are connected with their associated parts. An iOS or a Windows installed smartphone used to develop an application named an IoT-based automatic dispenser to control and monitor of the control valves. That is also based upon, the app is based upon the Python language. Gadget is linked with the sender processor through Wi-Fi, while LoRa used in the both end sender as well as the receiver to transfer the signal or the data. After getting the signal from LoRa, LoRaWAN proceeds and LoRa2 also proceeds the signals to the processor ESP32, and the receiver and the processor connect with the relay to extremely control or indicating the status of the actuator, whether it is open or close the valve. That means on the basis of the applications, we can open or close the valve, and by giving the signals from the receiving end to the sending end of the processor, that is based upon ESP32, receiver and processor and the signal. Different things has been used here. This is the complete block diagram. Here is the smartphone with the application that has been developed by making use of the Python language. We have ESP32 using Wi-Fi. ESP32 is the processor. Signals has been sent there. 6 to 10 kilometer, another receiving end ESP32 with the help of the Wi-Fi signals, it can respond, and the controlling valve can be controlled by means of that particular type of AI. So, but this is how the Python find their application, and the case study of this particular Python can be used in order to uh, uh, control the flow of water in equal distribution and reducing the salinity of the water by means of this particular type of apps. For another case study, I have to share my another PPT, previous PPT also. Okay, I hope my PPT is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. Another case study of the Python programming language is the machine learning. We know that what is machine learning. The artificial intelligence basically is based upon the machine learning, which is very much worthy topic in nowadays. And by making use of the Python language, we can design the machine learning algorithms, and we can design the artificial intelligence systems. It is very easy to start career even if you have a zero in mathematics or a programming. Even if you have the experience, there is no problem, because it is the most important element of your success. Purely it will help to predict the data, to uh, uh, discuss the future interest, and to discuss the predictions of the stock and the business by making use of the Python application and machine learning algorithms. So let me introduce why we start with Python language in the machine learning. If you have to become a better and successful coder, then you have to keep many things in mind. But it is better to master the coding language for machine learning and data science. And it is used with the confidence, with a calm. You don't have to be programming genius. If you have not enough knowledge of any type of a programming language, you can directly move for the Python. As I already discussed, we have different types of complex programming languages, just like C, C++, Java. In order to work in that particular programming languages, we need complex coding. We have a numerous number of line of code. But in the case of the Python language, we can write that particular software with a single or a few line of codes. Similarly, if we need to be a machine learner, and if we need to design a machine for predicting a particular type of a data, for predicting a particular type of information, we need the Python language. So I'll discuss brief overview of ML machine learning process. It is divided into unsupervised learning, supervised learning. Unsupervised learning is based upon the clustering, and supervised learning is based upon the classification and the regressions. In the case of unsupervised learning, we can group and interpret the data only on input data. But in the case of the supervised learning, we can develop predictive model based on the base of the input and output data. That means in both of the cases, we can predict the things on the basis of the data that can be inputted or that can be outputted by making use of the Python applications. We have different stages of machine learning. First of all, that is data collection, data sorting, data analysis, algorithm development, checking algorithm generated, the use of an algorithm to further conclusions. All these things, that is most common thing, that is most important thing, is data analysis part. And the data analysis part has been designed and developed by means of what we called it as a Python language. This is how data has been collected. Data collection can be done by means of pre-processing models, model training, model evaluation, improving the performance. Similarly, the sorting can be done by means of deciding which data to cut off, filter off. The things has been carried out here. and the aggregation of data, that is which one the relevant amount of data needed for the prediction model. Similarly, in the finance management, we can develop a model in order to sort the data in a finance data management. And in the last but the least, the data manufacturing of the data management techniques. This particular technique has been used for managing the marketing data, managing the health purposes, managing, designing the aggregation of data. And we know that machine learning for the predictions of your data for the output things can be used for the health analysis, for the marketing analysis also. Here is the data analysis process. We need the data preparations, exploratory data analysis, that is telling the stories, that is data visualizing, then clustering of the data, classification as well as clustering of the data. It has been used by means of machine learning algorithms. Similarly, predictive analysis, and thereafter the artificial intelligence. By means of the predictive analysis, we can propose the model for artificial intelligence. As we know, we make the machine to be intelligent just like human being. Researchers are working in this particular area. And the languages that has been used for the predictive analysis is nothing but the Python language. We have, in the machine learning, we have different algorithms. That is unsupervised learning, clustering, machine learning, reinforcement learning, supervised learning, and regression learning. So in order to check whether this particular data, training data, is accurate or not, we need this particular type of algorithms that has been, the software has been designed by making use of the Python. We can train the data for the machine learning algorithms. There is the model. From this particular model, an algorithm has been used. Thereafter, the input of the data has been taken place. On the basis of the input, we can predict whether it will be used, whether it will be relevant for the future analysis, and what will be the future analysis on the basis of that particular type of a data. That is, prediction has been made out. So how an algorithm can be used for further conclusions? Firstly, data has been gathered. What is the type of data? That is raw and training data that has been used. Data cleaning has been carried out. Selecting right type of algorithm, that is candidate, and final, that is mean modeling has been created. Building model and finalizing, and data transformation into prediction. That prediction strategy is nothing but is based upon the Python languages, and that particular thing is to be called as machine learning algorithms used. And from the data, from the gathered data, we can visualize the predictions, and the strategy has been made whether the business to be continued or not, in the case of stock or business industries. Let me look the patterns of various algorithms that has been used and divided into different groups. We have two types of languages, learning algorithms, that is to be called as unsupervised programming language, algorithms in the machine learning technology. Another is supervised learning. So unsupervised learning, as has been shown, I already discussed also, it took the raw data, interpret it, confined to a particular algorithm, processing and output has been declared. That means on the basis of input data, interpretations and processing has been done and output has been designed. That is to be called as unsupervised learning. On the case of supervised learning, we have input data that can be supervised, training the set data, derive the output, algorithm and processing has been designed. But we can collect the input rate data as well as the output rate data to predict the analysis for the future things. These are the different algorithms that has been used for supervised learning algorithms. These are support vector machines, k-nearest neighbors, naive classifier, linear regression, and decision trees. I cannot go for the depth analysis of these particular type of algorithms. Yeah, another topic to be discussed under the Python structure, that is applications of the case studies of the Python, is IoT, Internet of Things. We have MicroPythons, robot ESP32 that is already has been used in my particular type of a patent. Smart thermostat, plant monitoring, these are the case studies that has been used by the Internet of Things. But all these type of things, the software that has been designed and connected is nothing but by means of the Python. As shown here, everything is connected. Internet is the fundamental idea of Internet of Things. But the software that has been used, the things has been connected by means of the software. We know that, and these type of softwares is nothing but developed by means of Python. This particular applications has been shown that IoT architecture, we have a sensor, we have Wi-Fi model, we have a laptop, or any systems, we have IoT gateway, and wireless communication with the cloud server with the help of mobile app. And mobile app is designed by means of Python language, although it can also be designed by making use of the another type of a programming language. But the best and easiest way to design a mobile app for connecting these type of IoT, Internet of the Things data, Internet of Things machines, by making use is the efficient way is nothing but the Python language. We know that Internet of Things has the various potential to bring the next industrial things. We have the concept of smart cities. We have concepts of smart classrooms. We have concepts of smart campuses. We have various types of concepts, and it is all in the basis of IoT models. Here is examples. We have smart cities, and we know that in the smart cities, what will happen? We have smart parking. We do not need to be rushed out and fight with another vehicles. We have smart roads, traffic control systems. We have smart toll plaza. We have smart traffic lights. Traffic congestion can be controlled by means of IoT. Similarly, we have smart homes. Wearable devices can help for predicting and for making sure the secure home. Smart appliances, devices that monitor the elderly pupils. We have smart water management, that is portable water monitoring system. I already sorted this particular example, my a case study of Python that I and my associate already developed a novel IoT-based dispenser system. We can detect the pollution level analysis, water leakages, river floods, etc. In the retail, we can develop a smart chain control system, smart product management system, intelligent shopping application, industrial control. All these things need a particular software to be connected with the sensor, to be connected with the machines, and these type of a software is and developed by means of the Python programming language. Similarly, we have environment protection and sustainable resources. That is, we can control the forest fire. We can detect the forest fire. We can detect the pollution. We can control the air pollutions. Through the sensor-based systems, We can predict the disaster. We can predict the earthquake. We can monitor the snow level, avalanches and landslide preventions. In the case of industrial applications, we have smart grids. We can connect with the machine-to-machine communications. We have machine auto diagnosis, indoor air quality, disaster predictions. The most important thing is digital health and telemedicine. We can monitor the patient and we can diagnose the patient by making use of the smart IoT things. And the IoT things find their applications and the software by means of what we call it as a Python language. We can detect, we can control the ultraviolet radiations, the telemedicines. Similarly, smart agricultures in the case, we can introduce the concept, the smart farming. Agriculture robots are already working there. We can detect and predict the soil quality measurement and greenhouse effect. It means the wireless CNROs using IoT, we can develop the smart cities, we can develop smart homes, we can develop digital health telemedicine and so on. But all these things can be controlled by a simple type of a software that can be developed by means of the Python languages. This is IoT in India find their domains. We need to develop, and the researchers are already working in this particular area. That is nothing but the smart home, the smart cities, smart agriculture. I already discussed these things. Connected healthcare, monitoring the patient, smart shopping. We are using the concept of smart shopping. Connected automobiles. So we have multiple embedded platforms by making use of the IoT things, and Python satisfies all these type of requirements that are enumerated here. Multiple embedded platforms, homogeneous developing environment, code portability, multiple communication protocols, data processing support. All these functional requirements for a specific solution can be entirely based upon the Python-based IoT tools. I already discussed, it is a general purpose, high-level programming languages, widely used in different contexts in the data science, embedded scripting, web programming. According to GitHub, popularity of Python is at number 2. Number 1 is JavaScript. But in today's, I think the Python is most powerful and trending programming language. Reason for popularity, large collection of modules, growing community, easy to learn, compact syntax, object-oriented programming language. So MicroPython is also a particular thing, lean and efficient implementation of Python free programming language that include a small subset of the Python standard library and is optimized to run on microcontrollers and in constrained environments. Link of the YouTube has been displayed here. The MicroPython PyBoard is a compact electronic circuit board that runs MicroPython on the bare metal, giving you a low Python programming operating system to control all the kinds of electronic projects. So this is the MicroPython chip through which we can control, by making use of this particular thing, we can control all the type of electronic circuits which has been connected here. This is ESP32 processor that is already used by me and my associate in the granted patent. I already discussed here. This is thermostat, which is also based upon the MicroPython ES32 based model, rapid prototype. Okay, let me conclude here. Python is very versatile and powerful language, and I called it as a trending language that has been used in a variety of real-time applications due to its simple and easier mode. This particular language has been used in all the type of a structure, whether it is a predicting a particular type of a data, whether it is for connecting different types of machines, whether creating a particular machine to an intelligent one, and whether designing a particular app. In all the cases, we need this particular type of a Python programming language. And if you haven't any type of a concept of a programming language, by developing a logic concept, we can move towards the Python programming language easily, directly, and we can learn it. This is all about myself. Thank you very much. Okay. Am I audible? I hope so. It is all about my lead lecture. I have already introduced all the things, that is introduction to Python and the different applications of the Python and the different case studies of the Python language. That is nothing but in the IoT, in Internet of Things, in the machine learning, designing artificial structures, and in the case of what we called it as a case study, designed a Python, designed a project already granted patent to the Australian government. Thank you very much. I hope my sound is audible, Dr.
Yes,
Priya
sir.
ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful, inspiring speech, which stimulate to learn more about Python in future. So with that, we will go ahead and take some time for questions. Dear participants, you are most welcome to put up your queries in the chat box. Dear participants, you are most welcome to put up your queries in the chat box.
I am writing here my email ID also. If anyone found their difficulty or want to connect with me, he or she can email me and put up the questions also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, can you suggest any books for beginners?
Oh, yeah. I am writing Python programming language book. It will be soon available in the Flipkart and Amazon within month. It is entirely basic based, undergraduate level. I will suggest that particular type of book.
Is this useful for mathematics students, sir?
Yeah, it is useful for the mathematics students also. Since we know that for the mathematics, we can predict various types of things and we can analyze the things. This particular programming language can be helpful for these things.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Participants, any other queries?
Yeah, there is a question.
Yes, sir. Here is a question asked by Aishwarya ma'am. Is Python used for data analysis, sir?
Yeah, I already explained this thing. The Python is a very much powerful language on the basis of performance, security, as well as on the basis of their reliability features. this particular language is yes used for data analysis. We know that by making use of the Python language, we can predict the data, and by predicting, we can create the machine to be intelligent one. There lies the concept of the artificial intelligence. There lies the concept of artificial intelligence. Similarly, the analysis can be done by means of supervised or non-supervised learning, supervised learning and unsupervised learning algorithms. And on the basis of that, we can predict a particular data will be relevant or irrelevant. Okay, what are the disadvantages of Python languages? First of all, from myself, I think the worst thing in the Python language is that any type of programming language, you need to know the logic design. As I already discussed, you directly move towards a particular type of language if you haven't any type of knowledge of any other type of language. The particular language is Python programming language. But the thing is that you need to learn, you need to create your mind a logical one, so that a logical concept will create a particular type of a software and generate data analysis. So from my end, this is the disadvantages for those type of a person if they haven't any type of a logical bent of mind. I hope the question is answered.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Within these questions, we shall move on to the feedback session. Dear participants, it is your time for feedback session. You can unmute your audio and share your learning experience of 5 days online international faculty development program.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
I am N. Muhammad Azharuddin, madam, from C. Abdul Hakim College.
Yes, sir.
Assistant Professor, Research Scholar of Department Jamal Muhammad College, madam.
Okay, sir.
Madam,
Yes, sir.
இந்த 5 நாளும் ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு புது எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸா இருந்துச்சுங்க மேடம். ஏன்னா சுயம் கோர்ஸ்லயே பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா இந்த ஆர் சாஃப்ட்வேர், மேட்லேப், இப்ப சார் நடத்தின இந்த டாபிக் எல்லாருமே இருக்குங்க மேடம். ஆனா அதோட அப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ் எல்லாம் எப்படி பைத்தானோட அப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ் எல்லாம் எங்க பயன்படுத்துறாங்கன்றது வந்து தெரியாம இருந்துச்சு. ஆனா நீங்க நடத்தின இந்த 5 நாள்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா அது எங்களுக்கு நிறைய விஷயங்கள் தெரிஞ்சிச்சு. வாட் இஸ் டேட்டா, டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் டேட்டா, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நாள் ரோஸ்லின் மேரி மேடம் எடுத்த அந்த டேட்டா, வாட் இஸ் டேட்டா, அது எப்படி வந்து கார்லேட் பண்றாங்க மேக்ஸோட அந்த கொஸ்டின்ஸ் எல்லாமே இதெல்லாம் நல்லா இருந்துச்சு மேடம். நல்லா இருந்துச்சு. நான் ரொம்ப என்ஜாய் பண்ணி இந்த 5 நாள்ல லேர்ன் பண்ணா மெஷின் லேர்னிங் எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருந்துச்சு. ஏன்னா அது எனக்கு தெரியாத சப்ஜெக்ட். நான் மத்த எல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் சுயமா பார்த்திருக்கேன். நான் அப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ் ஃபுல்லா இங்க லேர்ன் பண்ணிக்கிட்டேன். அந்த மெஷின் லேர்னிங்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா இந்த ரெக்ரஷன் கான்செப்ட, சூப்பர்வைஸ் லேர்னிங், அன்சூப்பர்வைஸ் லேர்னிங், இதை எப்படி அதை கொண்டு போய் அதை ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணி இது பண்றத சார் வந்து அன்னைக்கு சலீம் சார் நல்லா எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணாங்க. அது ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருந்துச்சு. தாரிக் சாரும் இப்ப அதோட பைத்தானோட அப்ளிகேஷன் வந்து இதுல இருக்குன்றதை இப்ப தாரிக் சாரும் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணாங்க. அதுவும் பைத்தான்லயும் பண்ண முடியுன்றது இப்ப அது எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் தெரிஞ்சு மேடம். ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருந்துச்சு மேடம். ஒரு புது விதமான எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸாகவும் ஒரு ஃபேக்கல்டி ப்ரோக்ராம்ல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு ஃப்ரீ ரிஜிஸ்ட்ரேஷன்ல இவ்வளவு விஷயங்கள் தெரிஞ்சுக்க முடியுது. ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருந்துச்சு மேடம். அதுக்காக உங்க மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்டுக்கும், உங்க பிரின்சிபாலுக்கும், ரீதா மேடம் அவங்க ஹெச்ஓடி அவங்களுக்கும், இப்ப வினோலின் மேடம், நேற்று ஒரு டவுட் கூட கால் பண்ணியிருந்தேன், இந்த வீடியோ கேட்டிருந்தேன். வினோலின் மேடமும் மிச்சம் பிரகாசம் மேடம் இன்னும் ஒரு 3 மேடத்துக்கு கால் பண்ணி 3 மேடமும் கால் பண்ணி அவங்க வந்து ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் பண்ணி, சார் யூடியூப்ல நாங்க போட்டுருக்கோம் சார், அந்த மாதிரி லிங்க் இருக்குங்க சார் பாத்துங்க அப்படின்றத சொன்னாங்க. ரொம்ப ரொம்ப தேங்க்யூ மேடம்.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
I did not understand particular language. Sorry. Excuse me.
Sorry, sir.
Yes.
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
We are getting positive feedback, sir.
Okay, fine.
Any other participants?
Good evening, madam.
Good evening, sir.
I congratulate for conducting. My small suggestion: concentrating different topics deeply. You concentrate.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Now audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Instead of concentrating different topics like artificial data and machine level language, you concentrate a particular topic. It's my personal suggestion. Don't get it wrong way, but your program is good. My congratulations to you and your team and the college manager. Thank you very much.
Sure, sir. In future, we will consider that. Thank you for your valuable suggestion and appreciated words which will be helpful to our future programs. Thank you, participants. May I now invite Dr. Lima Maria Prahasam, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, to present the report of Online International Faculty Development Program for 5 days.
Good evening to all. The first day of Online International Faculty Development Program on New Epoch in Software Learning, organized by the PG and Research Department of Mathematics, Holy Cross College, Autonomous, Tiruchirappalli, successfully commenced on 16th August 2021 at 5 p.m. in the virtual platform Google Meet. After seeking God's blessings through prayer, Dr. W. Rita, Head and Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of Mathematics, Holy Cross College, Autonomous, Trichy, welcomed the gathering. The moderator of the first day session, Dr. I. Antoinette Vinolin, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of Mathematics, Holy Cross College, Autonomous, Trichy, introduced the resource person of the day. The key speaker of the opening day session was Miss R. Rosaline Mary, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Christ deemed to be University, Bangalore, Karnataka. She handled the session on the topic R for Data Science. She explained the importance of the data and its type. She illustrated about the tutorial of R language, its packages and installation of R language. She described the usage of list matrix, data frame and factors in R language. Participants discussed various aspects with the resource person. The second day session was begun around 5 p.m. on 17th August 2021. Dr. J. Merlin Vinoda, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of Mathematics, Holy Cross College, Autonomous, welcomed the resource person through her warm words of welcome. Dr. Pramod Kumar, Associate Professor, Hunan University of Humanities, Science and Technology, Hunan, China, delivered his lecture on the topic MATLAB Programming for Scientific Computing. He started his session with a brief introduction of MATLAB programming. He explained about the concepts of colon operator, quotes vectorization, pre-allocation, and debugging. He gave a detailed talk about theoretical model of the solar system and about the mathematical modeling like parametric modeling, block box, and first principles with the MATLAB. On 18th August 2021, the Day 3 session began with a welcome address by Dr. S. Rexlin Jayakumari, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of Mathematics, Holy Cross College, Autonomous, Trichy, Dr. A. Salim Raja, Lecturer, Information Technology Department, University of Technology and Applied Sciences, Sina Sultane of Oman, enlightened the participants on the topic Basics of Machine Learning and its Applications, in which he gave the highlights of supervised and unsupervised learning. The speaker covered the topics such as linear and logistic regression, K nearest neighbor, support vector mission, random forest of supervised learning made audience spellbound. The fourth day session commenced on 19th August 2021. Miss S. June JSG, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of Mathematics, Holy Cross College, Autonomous, greeted them, chief guest, and the gathering with her warm words of welcome. Dr. Smith Shivshankar, Senior Lecturer, Information Technology and Member of Academic Board, King's Own Institute, Sydney, Australia, handled the session on the topic AI Tools in Teaching and Learning. She started her session with a brief introduction of artificial intelligence. She explained about the subset of artificial intelligence such as machine learning, neural network, computer vision, and natural language processing. She explained about AI tools for education such as altitude learning, Gradescope. The fifth day session was commenced on 20th August 2021. Dr. A. Mary Priyadarshini, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of Mathematics, Holy Cross College, Autonomous, Trichy, welcomed the resource person. Dr. Tariq Hussain Sheikh, Lecturer in Computer Science and Applications, Government Degree College, Poonch, Jammu and Kashmir, delivered his lecture on the topic Python and its applications, a case study. He explained about applications of Python in a crystal clear way. He gave a detailed talk about machine learning Python, using Python, overview of ML process and stages of machine learning. The faculty development program received a lot of positive feedback from faculty members and research scholars from various colleges of India and abroad. On the whole, the Festival of Knowledge Sharing explored the new horizon with the techniques and tools in learning and teaching mathematics using software. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to share a couplet in Tamil written by Thiruvalluvar. தொட்டனை தூரும் மணற்கேணி மாந்தருக்கு கற்றனை தூரும் அறிவு. The explanation is water will flow from a well in a sand in a proportion to the depth to which it is dug, and knowledge will flow from a man in proportion to his learning. I hope in these 5 days of FDP, we are flown with more knowledge. I feel immense pleasure to thank our God Almighty for this wonderful day. I thank our Reverend Sister Principal, Reverend Sister Secretary, who permitted us to conduct this FDP. Thank you, sisters. I thank our eminent speaker of today's session, Dr. Tariq Hussain Sheikh, who spared his time to grace this FDP with his relevant address on Python, its application, a case study. Sir, this is indeed a wonderful and informative session. We really learned more from you. Thank you, sir. I would specially thank our beloved HOD ma'am, Dr. W. Rita, for her continuous support and confidence in us. Thank you, ma'am. I express my deep kind regards and gratitude to Dr. George Dharma Prakash Raj, Associate Professor, School of Computer Science, Engineering and Applications, Bharathidasan University, Tiruchirappalli, and Professor Ramesh Chandrapanda, Dean, Research and Development Cell, Synergy Institute of Engineering and Technology, Denkanal, Odisha, who helped us to arrange such eminent resource persons of this 5 days FDP. I thank Dr. H.M. Leena, Head and Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, who had virtually joined and supported for the successful of this FDP. My deep sense of appreciation and thanks to all the staff members, Department of Mathematics, Holy Cross College, and all the participants from various colleges who chose to be live with us and attended the FDP with great enthusiasm and made it as a successful event. My sincere gratitude goes to the organizing committee for choosing the topics that really matter in today's age and time. Thank you again for a truly memorable evening. We hope you can join us again in future. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.